Get down.
No meat. Chop rice. There's no meat. Hey yo, can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me. Okay, good. Hey yo, what's up, everybody? Got back from the gym, fresh out the shower. Oh, what's up, Mike? Yeah, you first. Clap it up for Mike being first. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. Get in here early and often. We are, I was thinking to myself, you were first? Let's see. Yeah, Robotech was first. Oh yeah, Robotech was first. Robotech is literally in the race. Yeah, that's the real way to prove your merits. Perfect lurker, baby. That's how you know. That kills that debate right then and there. And don't worry, Mike. There's always tomorrow. Oh wait. Well, yeah, tomorrow during the day. As we're still trying to figure out like what's the whole streaming schedule gonna look like. But it looks like I don't know if the nighttime streams are gonna hold up, because I gotta do maybe just for the news segment, so maybe just an hour and 30 minutes. But that's really a question if you guys find an hour and 30 minutes worth it, because I have to record the show anyway. I don't know. Absolutely, you should do it. We need somebody to replace me. Could that be you? But yeah, the major thing for me is just if I have to record these segments anyway. But if you guys are okay with being part of them, normally I've noticed these sections aren't even. I usually started doing these sections kind of crazy. Oh wait, TikTok's working today. I used to do these sections in the past as just a way to warm up the show, because usually when I start, there's not a lot of people watching with me in the beginning. And it always felt awkward, like waiting to ask my questions, because the regulars and the normal strangers weren't here yet. So I started doing these news segments. Also, shout out to Chris. I stole this from Chris. Chris used to do a news crawl on his stream, and I thought that was so genius. But then I started taking those clips and uploading them to YouTube. And then my YouTube has, for all intents and purposes, blown up significantly. Speaking of which, new video. Who this? Oh, wait, damn it. So that new video's up. You can check it out. Talking about the 5090. I'll never be able to place number one. Hey, I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Sin City was a
Appreciate that. But ultimately, the situation. Ugh, nobody. Stop being annoying. Don't make me come after you. Do 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 do. Well, I mean, I guess it's okay if you're the only one over there. It's not bothering. Uh, yeah, I'm all for people like contributing on the channel how they see fit, but I don't need to farm content. If people want to be here, they'll be here. But if they don't want to be here, I don't want them to come because a mild amalgamation of the algorithm. The people I'm looking for are the people that are looking for me. You feel me? Whose land was stolen? Not sure. Justin Bieber. Why is YouTube so active right now? I will leave. Don't worry. Feel free to come back whenever you want, though. So today we're gonna talk about the uh, OpenAI and just some of the things that were going on with that. First week of the job is about to be in the books. Um, we'll see how we feel about that paycheck in comparison. But no, it's actually been super dope. 15 days, halfway point. Uh, Other than that, chilling, strong back killing. But yeah, between the uploads of the videos and just how frequent I want to keep uploading, really the worst working hours are 9 to 5. 9 to 5 puts you in a weird situation where you can't accomplish anything after you get off. Like I'm able to go to the gym and work out and come back and eat, but then like it's just like there's nothing else after that. Um, I think 7 to 3 is a little bit more superior, but it's superior for remote. But yeah, that was something. I think 7 to 3 is the more superior working time. You feel me? But I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let's get into this. Oh, that's nice. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Uh, Mike, you're in charge of reminding me to turn back on my alerts. The council appreciates your service. All right, let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's go. There's a growing concern before we get into the doom and gloom, hey, how you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers. You know, looking at that headline, OpenAI shuts down developer who made AI-powered gun turret, would probably be a headline for the ages. That someone took, this modern marvel piece of technology and decided to weaponize it. But we live in America. Clap it. Are we winning yet? We're not a political channel, by the way. We're a tech channel, and today we're going to talk about how important it is for there to be some level of accountability, some level of legal recourse, and what is the onus on these tech companies to kind of rear their technology. We're going to talk about a couple of stories today, but the premise and the gist is when we put a form of technology that has no guardrails and puts it in the hands of humans, exploitation is going to happen. Exploitation is going to happen on a massive scale, and we're seeing this in real time, and we're literally letting it play out. And I often think about, I was driving somewhere yesterday, and I was thinking about how come, at what age did I stop letting people pass me? What do I mean by that? You ever, if the speed limit is 70 and I'm driving 80, if you catch up to me fast enough for what I believe is quick enough for me to move over and for you to pass me and then move back over, sure, get out, I'm out of your way. But at some point in my life, I stopped doing that because one too many times when I changed lanes to let the person pass, they then caught up to me and then just kept pace with me. And I say to myself, who drives without cruise control on the highway? Weirdos. But after that happening so many times, it led me to believe if you want to pass me, you have to go around me. And that in a sense has made me now the person I hate and we all hate the most. But I was basically, I was molded by it. I was formed by it. And now I hate it. So this is the same feeling, a completely different tangent, but it's the same feeling I have towards AI. I want to like this. I want to be excited about this, but I see the potential for people to just do the wrong thing, which makes me not want to deal with it at all. I'm going to make my way without AI, but it might not be possible. So we're going to learn about this lovely individual, which I'm going to say for the sake of the aesthetic and the look that this guy is giving, he's not beating the allegations that he has a manifesto somewhere. He's not beating those allegations. He's definitely someone I feel like you have to bring treats for in the office and check his levels before you call him into a one-on-one meeting with you. So he's probably a great guy, but aesthetics, people, aesthetics. OpenAI has cut off developer who built a device that could respond to ChatGPT's queries to aim and fire automated rifle. The device went viral after a video on Reddit showed a developer reading and firing commands aloud, after which rifle beside him quickly began aiming and firing at nearby wall. ChatGPT were under attack from the front left and front right. The developer told the system in the video response accordingly. The speed and accuracy which the rifle responds is impressive, relying on OpenAI's real-time AI to interpret input and then return directions to the contraption. The contraption can understand. It would only require some simple training for ChatGPT to receive commands such as turn left and understand how to translate that into a machine readable language. I've watched a few of his videos. He rides he does. I'm being very unfair to him in the sense of the contraption. The contraption was originally designed, I believe, to just trace with lights, but you could see the progression of it. But this thing is pretty strong, as he was able to sit on top of it and give it instructions to do that. The little thing that ladies be getting on. Hey, yo, the little thing ladies be getting The contraption with the cow when at the bars, it moves, it swings around. He did that basically with that. He mounted that thing and did that, which is, for lack of better terms, a little weird too. But there's multiple things that you can do with this, and this isn't the first version of this. He's not the innovator of this. Those dogs, those AI dogs by Boston Dynamics. We've seen videos of them with flamethrowers on them and guns on them, right? So he's by no means like the pioneer of this, but he's sort of like the first normie that we've seen doing this and garner some popularity, some attention with it. In a statement to Futurism, OpenAI said that it had viewed the video and shut down the developer behind it. We proactively identified the violation of our policies and notified the developer to cease the activities ahead of receiving your inquiries, the company told the outlet. The potential to automate a lethal weapon is one fear. Yeah. Oh, wait. Damn, is this it? Yeah. So he goes through a bunch of progressions with this. It's crazy. He even feels confident. So, he started with the color. You can see the green laser. I didn't know the volume wasn't on.
Fire one round at each 5-degree interval, with variations in pitch. If you require any further actions, feel free to let me know.
Good job, you saved us.
I'm glad I could help.
Confirm the speed and acceleration settings.
Here's the one where he was riding it.
I'm sorry, but I don't have the capability to retrieve the current.
I'll give you some more random left and right moves and just throw a couple degrees of variation on the pitch axis as well.
Yeah, he's having a good old time with this thing, but behind this is some truly terrifying semblance of information here. The potential to automate a lethal weapon is one fear. The criticism has arisen from AI technology, like the development by OpenAI. The company's multimodal model are capable of interpreting audio and visual inputs and understanding a person's surrounding and respond to queries about what they are seeing. Autonomous drones are already being developed that could be used on the battlefield. Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Bomb in Chief himself, Obama, was out there bombing the hell out of people. But this is something we're innately aware of, that the weaponization of OpenAI. But I hear you guys in the back. I hear you guys in the back. Hero, this is one guy. This is one situation. It's not going to be that serious. Relax. You're overreacting. You're right. I am overreacting. But we already know that AI chatbots can literally push some of the most vulnerable people in our society to do some atrocious things. An AI chatbot could convince this young teen to take his own life, this baby. And this isn't by any stretch of imagination off-putting. And at one point in Google's own search box for Google Gemini, you could ask it to how to make a host of other things that was inappropriate, asking it about certain ingredients and things like that could really present a sense of detriment to yourself. I really struggle with people who don't want to take this just most basic precautions to make sure that there is no scenario where a chatbot could encourage you to take your own life, right? Or maybe the AI bot doesn't convince you to take your life. Maybe it coerces you or convinces you that you're capable of taking the queen's life. As this man who built an AI girlfriend for himself, after the AI bot found his couldn't find a way to satisfy his longingness for purpose, the AI bot suggested, hey, maybe you should do something big. He said, like what? And somehow whittled down to taking out the queen as an option. We have to prepare, as weird as it sounds, we prepare or create things for the most vulnerable people in our society. And that part, I'm not really sure if like the profit margin be damned. The companies don't care about that. But then finally, once again, Hero is like, Hero, you're taking this too far. These are extremes. One every blue moon. But what happens when the blue moon keeps coming back, right? How about this man who literally hacked into the AI bot for Tesla and programmed the route of knows the programmed route of his wife, and when she takes the certain route, and if there's a situation where a car is within proximity of said person's vehicle, the car would make a sharp turn, taking the person and the driver off the cliff, right? This is what this man did. He programmed a vehicle to make a sharp turn at a specific point in time based on a regulation. And if it wasn't for Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang, he probably would have gotten away with this villainous act. This isn't a real story. This is satirical. This is KVTA is definitely a satirical story. No, this person isn't real, but this claims that he hacked into a Tesla vehicle that his ex-wife got in the divorce, and when she makes a certain turn at a certain exit ramp, she would continue turning all the way off the ramp. But this is satirical, but this is very much so possible. Right? This is very much so possible. And it's one of those things where like we remember, it's like one of those things like we remember the creative director for Black Mirror saying it's hard to make episodes about stuff when real life is a true substitute. But yeah, but now like this one is a completely fake story. But you know, that's neither here or there. I just wanted to bring this to y'all's attention. Let me know what you think. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube's algorithm is very fickle. It won't love me unless you do. Come on now. But yeah, that's all we got. Yeah, that smile is diabolical. Yeah, this one, it talks about how he went to like MIT and he was able to do this, but all the rest of these two stories alone, like it's suggesting you should take out a political, like how many people, it's kind of probably scary how many people are Googling how to take out political activists or rivals and things like that. That's actually terrifying to think about. Ash, do I remember you? Of course I remember you. How could I forget you? Day. Hey, yo, Day. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Interesting. All right. Hey, yo, Web4, thank you so much for the follow. Let me get my alerts back on. What's called? Who was supposed to remind me about that? So we were gonna start blueprinting the scalper website thingy, but I already forgot the one that I think it was JD. See, I forgot to tell him to tell me what the name of it was. I forgot what the website is, so we'll start from the basics. Oops, sorry. Auto purchasing bot. How to create a Python bot to auto buy a GPU using Selenium. This is that criminal shit I was talking about. Oh, he made this 3 years ago. In this video, I'll teach you how to create an auto checkout, auto buying bot using Python and Selenium to buy the latest NVIDIA RTX 3060, 3070, which nowadays are nearly impossible to buy. I'll show you how to create a bot to complete the checkout in New Age website, but you can also adapt the code to auto buy from Amazon websites as well and any other website you like. Looks like we found our tutorial from 3 years ago. Let's see if we can find a better one. I wonder what they say in the comment section about him. Do they like roast his ass and like, you're a fucking shell? Either die here or live long enough to become the villain. Facts. This person gets it. I'm ashamed of myself, but this is the only way now. Oh man, the amount of people coming to terms with what they have to do. Your videos you probably want to watch. With a Discord alert server? Interesting. ASA 4090 with my own variation of this. I modified this to run very fast in checkout. I had no issues with bans or anything. Also made a refresh every 3 seconds, but I only ran it just before the card launched at 59. Yeah. This was a great starting point. Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing I was curious about. Nice. How did you get it add to cart before the launch? If you could help me. That was when the retailer was allowing Nvidia to actually start selling the card. I doubt it will be a specific time for the drops in the future. Will depend on the site. He has you goofball. He has music in his shit. Selenium wasn't a lot of fun. Not the first, but like the third bot we made was in Selenium. It wasn't that bad. It's very much it's super intensive. Because we need to build our PC before the end of before we need to build the PC, and this drops on the 30th of this month. So this is a little side project detour, and also the building of Selenium, the building of JavaScript bot might be something I revisit on more of a free time basis. As it pertains to like work, my work is very much more so like data infrastructure and understanding data backgrounds. So it's just very much so, it's going to be like kind of hard until I get my bearings with the new position on like when I'll have time to work on the battleship and work on things like that of that nature, figuring out like when do you code for fun, when you code for work, like when you're learning so much about your job already. I would feel kind of weird if I was like, oh, I'm gonna learn this while I still need to actually learn the thing that gets me paid, if that makes sense. And seeing as how like a lot of that stuff I can't stream is sort of a paradox, conundrum, enigma. I guess I'm starting to see what most programmers feel. Shit like that, you know? Like how do you do all the cool stuff you want to do? Yeah, definitely. Like we're definitely, so for me, I just want to build out the best thing I can. Cow World, what's up? Thanks for the follow on Twitch. And And we got more money. And we got more money. Oh shit. Like to be honest, the battleship game isn't even like in my mind. It's not even like something that I was sweating. I made it harder because I thought the original battleship was just too easy. As soon as you saw healthcare on my belt, hey, I appreciate that. You in healthcare too? Clap it. Appreciate that. A fellow lifesaver is in the chat, everybody. Let it be known. Cal's World is out here saving people's lives. Let it be known. Real heroes in the chat. Oh, you're a medical student? Whew. You're a real one. That's how you know. That's how you know. Somebody wants to save lives. Just like me, you love coding. That's great. That's great. It's kind of interesting because like the whole journey has been pretty remarkable. Taking the medical world and bringing it into the tech world. The new medical device that we're working on now is going to help cardiac patients get echo grade levels of scans while being ambulatory and not having to come into a clinic. We can monitor the patient whenever, however long, within a 7-day span, using a reusable or disposable device. We're trying to save the world. What type of programming are you trying to get into? All right, we might have another. This one was 1 year ago. We might have a better version. Hey, yo, look out, Captain. Don't forget to join the race. When you join the race, you get entered into a raffle to win a shirt. The battleship one or the selenium one? $68 likes, no downvotes. Can you use for Amazon? Of course you can use it for Amazon. Can you make it for Apple iPhone? People are so lazy. He literally gives you the GitHub repository. Let's find out. Let's see how good his GitHub is. The one you mentioned about the heart. What's the name of it? That's trade secrets, sir. That's trade secrets. Oh, he made an EX file for this. All right, let's see. Driver for Best Buy. We can make ours for multiple websites. But but Project Valentine's would have been a great name, a great code name for it. I wasn't part of the team when it was for that, but that would have been my suggestion for sure. But they're similar like wearable devices. There's like one in the NFL that I got a whiff of before I started this position. They were asking me for my expertise in this one, where they want to have like a waist, one that athletes will wear around their waist, but then like part of their outfit or their pads will have four leads in each side, preferably in the center and then to the left, and 2 on their back. So give us another 8 lead that we can monitor football players' heart rates. Every football player's heart rate the whole entire time they're on the field. So, and then eventually from that, maybe if we can keep the skin contact ones, like putting one on the inside of their pits, like right here, skin to skin, that can monitor respiration rates, and also give like or maybe not brachial would be hard. I think the armpit one would probably be the least invasive. So it would be super interesting to see what we could get into with that. What's year of med school are you in? What do you want to practice? In Europe? Oh, okay, IMG. They have one of those in the Caribbean. 3rd year right now? Yeah. So you know your shit. Yeah, you about that life. So they have a button prime, a web driver, 120 seconds. Damn, all of these wait so long. I said change all these motherfuckers to 1 second. Type each character of random intervals to make input more human-like. Okay. Yeah, it's in the U.S. in the outside of the U.S. and other countries, it's like the standard. It's the standard for international medical students. So like if you do if you have an abroad work session or you go to another site, like I did a rotation in Toronto, and there was a bunch of IMG students there and fellows and things of that nature. So like it's the international or the world governing standards for medical practices, medical education rather. Buckle Slim. So and then you can go type in each character at random intervals, make input more human-like. One Slim, sleep for 1 second. Look for street field. Look for street field, searching for elements by name. TFM Jance, you said my stream title made me stop. Can you explain briefly? I'll make you a deal. If you follow, I'll gladly recap this for you. Jace, you're a man of your word. All right. I'm a man of my word. All right, good night, everybody. That's the end of the stream. See y'all later. Peace. Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody that came through. It was a lot of fun. Jace came in, told me to recap the whole entire stream. I was like, yeah, fuck that. So I'm ending the stream right here, right now. Much love to everybody that joined the race. First, second, and third, all those great places. No, I'm just fucking with you. Come on now. Come on now. I'm just a jokester. I'm just a kidder. I'm just a jokester. I'm just a kidder. No, there was a story about a dude who was developing a AI bot that could respond, and he mounted a toy rifle to it, and it was shooting with extreme precision and accuracy, and now it's responding to his verbal commands. So we just wanted to talk about, and then OpenAI came along and basically shut down his development pipeline. But if you recall, OpenAI and other companies like this have said, oh, their devices could never be used to do this, but here this guy is doing this. And he's been documenting it for a long time. So even if they took it offline, the documentation on how to do it still exists, and older models therefore can be tricked. We then further went down into a rabbit hole speaking about how AI bots have tricked people into doing things, whether it's a AI girlfriend who made a guy, convinced a guy to try and assassinate the queen, or the kid, the young kid that took his own life because the AI bot told him to, or showed him how to. And then finally we hit up a satirical website that a dude from Tesla programmed hacked into his wife's car and programmed the AI to veer off the road at a certain point and force it to look like an electrical error. So, that was a fake story, but that won't be a fake story for much longer. Yeah, I saw that video too, and I thought immediately to myself, like, only in America could he do this so... Could he put this out on the internet so proudly? And I don't know his background. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he was doing it to bring attention to it. I'm glad if he was doing it for the sake of bringing attention to it, great. But man, if you wanted to showcase how dangerous something was, I wouldn't have done it for the clicks. But who am I to say? I shield my shit every day of the week, right? Feel free to buy some merch, y'all. I need to sell 33 more shirts. But yeah, if you want to watch the full video, it'll be out tomorrow. There's the YouTube channel. You could check out the link and like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, caveman. That's the thing, right? Isn't it like sort of like, it's kind of diabolical, really? It's just like, we need to very much so create technology for the most vulnerable people in our society, because in America, that's not a far-fetched idea. You plant that thing on top of you plant that thing in a window, and literally just program it to shoot people with red hats. Anytime it sees red, hits the target. Yeah, it becomes. Oh shit, JD, you're here. JD, the donuts went off the deep end. The thing about it, you could tell it to target anybody, and therein lies the problem. Because if you connect that to not even a VPN, a serverless database, you put up a fake name, you reroute your shit 2 more times, you set it up in the cloud, and now no one else can track that shit. Right? No one can track it. You plant that anywhere in the world, no one can track you now. It could be literally anything. And we've seen versions of these booby traps before. Hell, we made Home Alone a franchise movie series off of booby trapping house. It's illegal to booby trap your house. That's a felony. Hey, yo, thank you so much for the follow on YouTube. Off the deep end in a good way? Yes, in a great way. Okay, so first and foremost, great call on the vegan donuts, because my proctor for the day is vegan. And I remember we were sitting here, we looked at the sum total of what it cost to buy it. And I was thinking to myself, this is going to be expensive as shit. But first day on the job, want to show appreciation. Let people know you're a real one. Especially on a Monday or Wednesday. Hump day. People tired. I picked the best donut spot in the area. Got it delivered. It went off without a hitch. And he's walking me around, showing me the facility. He's just like, by the way, you passed the first day simply because you got donuts. And when I saw that they were vegan and regular, I just knew at least you were a thoughtful individual. And I was sitting here thinking to myself, it was a complete stranger on the internet that told me to do it. Oh, and then also, JD, I wanted to ask, what was the name of that website you wanted us to use to run this? Because I was just gonna make a Selenium code and run it 1 minute before the sale goes live. But also, like, everyone was suggesting using Best Buy. Playwright. Okay, let's Google that right now. It's new hotness. Kids free. What's this shit? I don't know. Check your upper lip, bruh. Head ass boy. It's too small. Come over to Twitch. We got the horizontal on Twitch, on YouTube. Vertical sales, baby. I'm a sucker. I'm a simp for the algorithm. That's so many fun. That's some funny stuff. Your 7B base model could provide the complete outline for this. It's by no stretch of the imagination is this difficult. I don't think it is even remotely difficult. Twitch is for soy boys. So what are you, a Sigma? What are you, a Sigma? Or are you a Beta? It's quite deceitful. It's quite deceitful. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. With what I got. Now go away. To simulate a buying item using Playwright, you would write some automated test script. Use Behat to do what your bot does, or use Behat to do what I'm trying to do? Buying a bicycle using Playwright. Okay, so they have an automation. No, the automated test scripts. Okay. Okay, so they have something similar here. The problem, the thing about this, this is twofold for me. One, Playwright seems cool as shit, but I don't know if there's enough. I don't know if there's enough people who wanted to use it for malice and deception as much as I do. So finding someone who has done exactly what I need them to do. And also it'd be great if he doesn't provide his GitHub repository, I'm going to talk shit about him. Oh, you slip. Can you please provide the GitHub? That's the first thing I asked for. I think you can get it from here. Great, thank you. Okay, cool. He provided it. Don't be selfish with your repositories, people. Oh, fuck. He uses TypeScript. Is Playwright a type? I don't know TypeScript. Well, I know it, but I don't think you're supposed to put your git ignore in here. Test results, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we might do this the Selenium way. Or Python? Okay. We got to find a Python example. We got a 2024 example. All right, let's see what this fool got.
In this tutorial, I'll teach you how to scrape web data using Playwright and Python.
Hey, yo, chill the fuck out, bro. One, why didn't you open this on YouTube? All right, chill out. 2 months ago, learn how to use Playwright Python to scrape data off the web. In this course, also learn how to use AI to make scraping easier. I don't need the AI aspect of this. What is the correct term for what I'm trying to do? How to create an auto buy. Okay, auto buy. Purchase automation. Aye. Hey, yo, what's going on? Who's making all this noise over here? Oh, it's a follow. It's 2 follows. Hey, yo, KB, thank you. KB said, KB and Jace at the same damn time said, "Now we gotta follow this dude on both platforms. If that ain't the greatest form of support and dedication, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about." Someday AI will replace software engineers. It will replace the weak ones, the ones that weren't molded by it, the ones that weren't born in it. So the real question is,
Why are you here? Do you feel in charge?
you want to know what's crazy? What's crazy, KB? Is on Monday I started my first job. I got my first job, which is the second job in tech, without lying. So almost 2 years and 6 months to the time that post was made, I've now come full circle and done it the right way. Damn it, I done it the right way. I done it the right way. I lied on the first set, and then I told the truth on the second set. And I made it. On my YouTube channel, there's a LinkedIn video that talks about the journey that I went through applying for this second job. I'll post it here in a second. Let me get some more. This Playwright's best feature for web automation. Hold on, what you say? KB? Okay, I got you. We have one for Selenium that uses Best Buy already. It's 4 years old. We can definitely test this. We can definitely test this one. So we got a Selenium one in our pocket. But now we're going to try and get a little bit fancy. That's what you want to do when you're learning shit like this. You want to get a definitive answer. But then you want to see what the fuck you can get away with. You feel me? You have to work through building each of your. Wait. Okay, so are you saying that webhook is harder? Because we're not going for medals here. We got to build this by the end of the weekend, and we got to build this by the end of the month. But we have to make sure we have a working model. The challenge is the DOM always changes for these places. Yeah, that's why it's kind of perfect that we're building this like so late in the game, right? So like if let's say they change something obscure like 2 days before, which would be truly tragic, that would put a wrench in our thing. Hooks, not webhooks. When I say hooks, think of hooking into the buy button. Okay, excellent. And you can, I'm assuming you take the relative path and all that good jazz. Can I get Python? Hey, yo, what's all this love with TypeScript? All these people in love with TypeScript. Playwright plus Python framework for automation web testing. 16-minute long video. What your code is trying to find to do is identify all the elements on the screen. What I would do is recommend is at the top of your test, where clearing names and variables that are commented. That way, when things break, you just go to the top of the script and update the variables in one place, and you're golden. That's a good framework set up right there. That's genius. What your code is trying to do is access can simply write quick scenarios. Oh shit! It tried to write something for me. Look at the whimsical bullshit that this thing just came up with. Purchase automation is async. At least it's async. It knows that. I did not think it would get that. Example. What does it import? Oh, it imports the library for us. What utter garbage! It doesn't even have a console for us to run it in the terminal so we can check our test. I was saying record the steps you take to identify the purchase item, and that's your script. So we're gonna go with Best Buy. We're gonna go with Best Buy and Micro Center, and we're just gonna have to bang. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Now, the one thing about Best Buy that makes it a little bit more tricky is Best Buy bases it off of your GPS location or the IP address of your current spot. Also, do we want to consider all scenarios we want to consider to let us buy? Can spoof geolocation? This thing's starting to get a lot more interesting. Okay, Playwright for frameworks. The thing we really need is like either a YouTube video or someone's code already. Automate testing, Python Playwright. Like I'm tired of all these people like walking around the. Hey, I'm not telling you how to become a scalper or anything. Shut up. We've all committed the sin. Let us in. Automate tests using Playwright Python also tricks. Oh. Here's the documentation. Testing configurations. All right, let's make a space for this. At least this weekend we'll really deep dive into this. We'll call this the strangest buyer. That's headless. Okay, so this person sort of has an idea of what I'm talking about. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being extremely dangerous, if I do run this like a minute before it goes right, what are the chances of them banning me from the thing? Alright, let's listen to this video. Let's figure out what it is. That's 21 minutes though. Use VPN. You gotta. VPNs are dog water, I thought.
I'm going to say the first thing we need to do is we need to install. Like Selenium, we can use Playwright to control a browser with our code. It's designed for automation and testing.
Can you be my friend,
In this
Caveman?
video, I'm going to show you how you can log into our website and pull out some data. So let's go over into our code editor, and I'm going to say the first thing we need to do is we need to install Playwright. So you're going to want to do pip3 install Playwright or pip install Playwright. Once that's done, you need to do Playwright install. This is going to install the browsers for us. There's Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit, and with installing it this way, we don't have to worry about any Chrome drivers not being in the right path or in the right place, or having issues like that. So it does it all for us.
Oh, that's
it also
nice.
allows us to change the browser that we're using on the fly. So once that's done, the first thing we need to do is we need to talk about using it synchronously or asynchronously. So Playwright can be used with its async API. Now this is really going to be quite useful and powerful going on, but for this demo we're going to use the synchronous API just to keep things nice and easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do from playwright.sync API, we're going to import sync playwright. This is going to give us access to everything that we need. So we're actually going to use a context manager with sync playwright as P. So what this is going to do is it's going to close our browser when our code is finished. That means that we are not going to have anything left open that we didn't mean to, causing massive memory issues. So now we can say that we want a browser, which is our browser instance, equal to p.chromium, I'm going to use in this case .launch. So this is going to give us a
Man,
object
okay,
to
so
work with. Now,
this is actually pretty solid. It's if you've ever done Selenium, it's Selenium Lite. Hop on a VC. We might want to, because this is 3 years out. But I wanted to get a general gist of it.
now in here,
Let me finish this video.
put
We
in
could
headless
set it up tonight
equal
though,
to
for sure.
false. And I'm also going to put in slow mo.
Yeah, let's do that
equal to
shit.
50. Now by default, Playwright will always run headless, so if you want to actually see the browser, you need to put headless is equal to false in here, and slow-mo 50 is just going to slow it down a tad so we can hopefully see what's going on a bit better. So now we have our browser instantiated, we need a page object that we can
Hold on. Hey, yo, Tristan, what's up? What's up? I'm not upset. Are you trying to automate the purchase for a GPU to use for the upcoming launch? Hell yeah. Wait, Tristan, are you about to tell me that you're like some famous like developer or a sponsor and you're like, hey, bro, no need to do that. You have great content and we want to make sure that you continue to prosper in this field. So we're going to hook you up. Is that what you're about to say, Tristan? Please tell me that's what you're about to say. Oh, that's not you? All right.
Why are you here?
That's not you? Okay. It's okay. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Damn it. All right. But no. We're just gonna build a bot that does this for us. So like, we can't. There's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to click through all of that information and be able to buy this thing in advance. I'm building my first PC and I need all the parts that I need are not available. The one thing we probably could get is that 5090. And if we could get that 5090, that would kind of set us up. That would put us in a position to be way more forthcoming with other pieces like our CPU. We have a decent power supply. We already have a case. We already have all the RAM. We're going to need all the storage, internal storage and all of that stuff. The GPU is really what it's going to be, because we have 2 contracts this year with EA and Ubisoft. And you always get 2 options. You get the console or you can get their, and if you're really good, you can get like a peek at their dev set. But they require you to have like a A1 ass PC, because they don't want their shit looking like ass on your screen. You feel me? So we need we need to make sure that we pass the sniff test when they ask for the specs of my shit. Do I know anything about coding on Raspberry Pi? I know like how to put programs on it, but I've never really fucked with it. That's Robotech is really into that shit. Robotech would be my confidant in that.
Interact with something that we can tell our Playwright to click on links, follow things, to type into boxes.
Hey, what up,
So
Robo?
I'm going to say page is equal to browser.newPage. Now from here we can use page.goto to go to certain websites or wherever we want to. So I'm going to do HTTPS and we'll just do google.com. I'm going to save it there and I'm actually going to run it now, and what we should see is a browser pop up and then just disappear straight away. And that's our context manager working. So with our context manager like that, our code finished with page.goto, it went to that page and then it closed the browser. So there's no chances of it being left open. So the actual website that we're going to be going to is this. It's a demo page for the open.
Yes, we are. We're learning the Playwright so we can build the PC projects stuff. You think I could use a Raspberry Pi or as a bad USB/rubber ducky instead of a Raspberry Pi Pico? I don't have any remote knowledge on like that. You seem to be way more knowledgeable than I am, my brother in code. You seem to be way more knowledgeable than I am. I would pose that question in the Discord. There's a question section in the Discord. Someone might be able to answer that question, if not here in chat. Yeah, we need the pieces. Oh, Robotech's here. See, Robotech. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Robotech's our resident. Hack some shit and make it work. I can voice control ratio and angle fire. Really? You got that shit working that fast, caveman? That's diabolical, actually. That's actually diabolical. He said he gonna put it in his Star Citizens game. Hey, yo, Kick, thanks for the follow. I guess you got a point, Robotech. I could. If I wanted to, I probably could.
So I'm going to click login, and it's going to take us to a nice looking dashboard, which we are going to use Playwright to log in, and then we're going to pull out some of this information. So what we want to do is we want to go to this website with Playwright. So I'm just going to copy the URL, and then we want to tell it to type into these boxes. Now I can see that this already has the username and password typed into. That's not my browser saving it, it's just there on the website, but that's okay. I'll show you how to do it anyway. Let's put the correct URL in here, save that, and to type into a box we're going to use page.fill. This is going to tell Playwright to put into whatever in this selector that we give it, whatever information that we're going to give it. So let's go back over here, get our inspect element tool, hover over.
Yeah, but you don't even need OpenCV libraries to do that. You could simply use an image identifier scraper and run it at 20 frames per second. And if at any point the frame changes from what it wasn't before, like there are libraries in Python that can do that. You don't need OpenAI is not solving any problem that we haven't been able to do. But fair warning, this dude got kicked off. Any imitator is who's trying to emulate it in any form or fashion, it could get you excommunicado. So I think legally I have to tell you don't do that shit. But deep down inside, hey, don't do that shit.
with this input, and we can see here we have this input type of text and name, username, and an ID of input username. Now if I hover over the password one, we can see that it's exactly the same. It's an input tag with the ID of input password. So I'm going to use these IDs, and we're going to use CSS selectors. Now I believe that you can use XPath as well if you want to. I've just always used CSS selectors, so that's what I'm going to use now. So it's an input tag, so let's do page.fill, and let's have our input. And for an ID, we use a hashtag.
Oh, wow. Oh, are you seeing this? JD, are you seeing this? They have a page fill where as long as you find the header of what you're looking for, you don't even have to auto it. You can just take it from the CSS field. Are you seeing this? All for you live in real time. Oh, okay. So now all we got to do is come up with a game plan. I feel like, man, how long has this been in the works? This is great.
Username, and we'll do demo. We're going to copy this because it's almost exactly the same, and it was input password, and the password was also demo. From here, what we want to do is we want to actually click on that login button. So we're going to do page.click. Nice and easy syntax. Now we just need to find the actual selector for this button. I'm going to hover over it here, and we have we have button type submit. So I can use the CSS selectors on the type for submit. I'm just going to copy that, and we can come back, and it will be button, and it was a type is equal to submit. Close the bracket. So this is going to hopefully load this page up, type demo in the username and password, and then click submit button. So let's run this. So we should see it flash up. There we go. So it finished. So once it clicked on this button, it finished. So what do we want to do from here? Well, we have a couple of options. You can use the Playwright does have a query selector and a query selector all for selecting bits of information. For
That's
using
so
CSS
cool.
selectors and whatever. But what I'm going to do is the same thing that I used to do with Selenium a lot. And it would be that I would use Selenium to load the page up, and then I would capture parts of the HTML, and I would send that to Beautiful Soup. So that's what I'm going to do here, because I think that just makes it a lot easier, especially if you're already familiar with BS4. You don't have the extra worries about new selectors or new ways of getting information out. So we need to pip install BS4 if you haven't done so already. I'm going to do from BS4, we're going to import Beautiful Soup at the top. So now we have our 8.
It would be easier in JS, especially since we're using CSS, but I guess my Selenium brain just sees this way easier as Selenium, therefore seeing it as Python. I definitely would agree that this would be something to do in JavaScript, but just because, and specifically because of the CSS and the Markdown. For sure. I wouldn't even make an argument against it. I think I would be more inclined to, like, if we can get the functioning prototype that I want to get up and running, we might then go back to JavaScript. Hey, what up, Lethal? What's the goal? We're trying to buy a RTX 5090. But we can't do it with our human hands, so we're gonna use the power of technology. But we're not, instead of buying like 50 like all those scumbag ass scalpers, we're just gonna buy one. But we gotta cheat the system to beat. Look out, Grammy. Oh yeah, 1.8 views on a video already? No shot. Y'all trying to make me famous? Yeah, 1,800. 131 people liked it. JD, you guys tell me what you think. Y'all should share that with somebody. Give me 2,000. Give me 2,000. Akira, the AI. Oh wait, is that you, Caveman? I didn't watch the video. I just did what the thumbnail said. That's hilarious. Can Akira hear me?
HTML parser installed, we need to find a way to actually tell it to give us all of the information, all of the HTML on that page. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to use page.innerHTML. We need to give this a selector though, because it's going to pull in just the HTML from inside this main selector that we give it. So if we
Oh, so you can hear me. Can you tell that I'm watching a video and that video isn't my voice?
come back, let's log in, and we get presented with this. If we hover over the piece of information that we want,
no, I can't hear you.
Orders, and then we start going back up the tree a little bit. We get this div
Akira, are you a troll?
here of content, which has actually got all the information in it that we're after. So if we move that over, we can see this is the content here. So I'm going to copy that, and we're going to tell it that we want all of the HTML from this selector, and it was an ID. So we use the hashtag.
No, don't do that.
Let's go ahead.
Even AIs
and
get
print
600
out.
seconds on this channel.
What we'll do actually is we'll save this into a variable, and then let's print out HTML. Let's run this. It's going to pop our browser up, and there we go. So let's move this up, see what we got. A load of information, which is great, and we can see that it's all appearing there. Now, sometimes what you might find is that you can see that it's this loading thing here. If it's not loaded properly for you, or you want to wait for a certain piece of information to appear, the easiest way to do that would be to use page.isVisible. So we can say wait until a page.
I like that movie.
Until an element is visible before carrying on. So if we come back
What's
to
his
this
name?
one, let's
Nicolas
just say we
Cage
wanna
and
have,
what's Homegirl?
let's say
Angelina
this tile
Jolie.
body. So this
Good
is
movie.
to us this thing. So we could say div.tilebody. So it will wait until that is visible before it gives us the HTML content. Now I didn't have that issue in this case, but just in case you do, that's one way that you can do it. We're now going to pass this into Beautiful Soup. So we'll do soup is equal to Beautiful Soup HTML. We're going to give it, and let's have the HTML.
Stop the cap. They are not some of your favorite. Tell the truth. Who are your favorite actors?
Print soup.
Nicolas Cage isn't. Okay, I could probably believe the Nicolas Cage one.
Let's do find all.
You can't name 5 Angelina Jolie movies that are good.
If that gives us some elements back, so we know that it's working. We see it logging in.
Actually, I think I can. Tomb
Flashback
Raider,
down
Bone
here,
Collector,
you can
Mr. and
see
Mrs.
that we do
Smith,
have a few
Wanted,
elements that match the
Gone in
H2
60 Seconds.
tag plus. And this one here is the one we were after, the 10.7K, which was the number of orders. If you wanted any of these other
Nah, I'm totally
information, you
capping.
just
I'm
have
totally
the Beautiful
capping.
Soup object that you can
She's actually
pass over.
amazing.
Now we've seen that the elements are working fine, we'll just do our total.
I liked her in the
orders
Eternals.
Is equal to soup.
The first time I saw her, though, was in the Bone
Find, and we're gonna
Collector.
use that H2 tag that we just saw, and it was a class.
We all had a big crush on her.
and It was pull dash right, and we can have dot text on there.
Not Akira.
And then we will do, let's just do print. Let's use an F string. Total
Ayo,
orders
one down, Poison.
is equal to
Thanks for the follow.
total orders. So that should work fine for us. Let's run that and let's see what we get. Logging in, piece of information, there's our total orders down there with an R missed off in our text, but you get the idea. So if you wanted to not run this as headless, we can remove all of these. I'll remove slow-mo as well. We'll clear this up.
Okay, this is a really good video. Now, but now that you mentioned it, I think it was KB that mentioned it. Probably doing this in JavaScript would be easier. We'll focus on this more tomorrow. I gotta go to sleep. Also makes it super easy with requirements rec and roll. But I don't want to break you this late in the evening. Yeah, hell no. We're gonna aim for the ceiling. We're gonna aim for the ceiling, and then once we get the ceiling, I'm not afraid to go to the stars. You feel me? Hell yeah, it's early. But that's what happens when you get a job. We did all this damn work to get the job, and now we ain't gonna lose it because of stream. Now, if y'all want me to stream later, it'll be slick. And you said in February, it starts to warm up then. But we also might have 7 feet of snow, so we don't know. But I might fuck around Wednesday. Catch me on a Wednesday. Let me know. You'll hit me up and let me know what the days you're gonna be here. Yeah, I got her running on my channel, and she pulls new items now, which nice to get things moderation. Nice. Yeah, Akira's pretty dope, and she followed me, so I ain't even mad at it. Yeah, the degeneracy's over. Now, if you guys want me to be a degenerate, it's simple. All y'all gotta do is pay my expenses, and I'll be here. I'll be here to code with strangers on an indefinite thing. But we tried that shit for 1 year, and it didn't work. Tried that shit for 1 year, it did not work. Oh yeah, so then maybe we'll catch the happy hour. We'll see what we got, because February, the only real commitment I have in February is for this Assassin's Creed game. So buy a boatload of zest. Yeah, hell yeah, buy as much zest as y'all humanly possible. In fact, clap that shit. You feel me? Let's talk about it. But just from the offset, I think maybe we should do the whole, yeah, y'all grab some zest. Y'all feel me? Be in this thing. You feel me? This is how I really be energizing my whole entire day, to keep it 100 with y'all. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't like going to the dentist and then him looking at me talking about why your teeth so stained. And it's because I'm drinking coffee. Nah. We don't put this in a system. We got 135 milligrams of caffeine, and all the L-theanine your body can handle. Yes, that's right. No shaking, no baking after taking in all that caffeine. It's going to do something serious for your system. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hero, I drink the coffee for an aesthetics. The energy drink. Think about your kidneys, okay? Think about your kidneys. I'm trying to keep you in the best health of your mind. No HMO, no added preservatives, no sugar, no, max total 60 calories, and it has a little seltzerly vibe, so it gives you that little, like you're drinking a soda, but without all the sugar. It's really the ultimate substitute, and only second to water, honestly. But as far as being at my best, I gotta keep my zest. Now, if you want to stay in the game for longer, stronger, don't play no games. Get the healthy option in this situation. Zest. You can use my promotion code 20 to 40% off selected items. Put in coding with strangers, all one word, in the checkout. Or you can just hit that link. Don't worry, honey don't got nothing on me. Just use my name in the checkout, Al. And make sure I get paid. And that way I can be a degenerate. Stay up all night with y'all. Because I can do this all night. I could do this all night. KB, you found my channel, thought you ran into your own issues finding a job. I think you might really enjoy the LinkedIn video I just put out there. As a person who was looking for a job for the last year and some change, a lot has happened, but I will say this. Continue to find a community of people that have a vested interest in being better than they were yesterday. You will not find any growth in someone who complains about the travesties of yesterday. And I hear so many people saying that they're void of opportunity, when all I can see in them is a wealth of potential. Don't let your potential go to waste. Create the things that you wish you had. Go get it. Go get that shit. Go get it. JD, what you doing tomorrow? You want to do this shit tomorrow? And we got all night? Yeah, get some merch, get some zest. That's the only way. We know damn well it's not going to come from no subs, and we know damn well it ain't coming from no ads. I got to get this on my own. I got to get this money by Friday. Tomorrow is the wife's birthday, but we'll play it by ear. I'm making some. Ooh, he cooking. He cooking. I mean, it's the sub money isn't ass. I feel kind of icky. It's something weird about me saying, "Hey, you guys have been watching me for 6 months and you're not subbed." Like that just sounds like get the fuck out of here, dickhead. Right? I never want people to feel like I never had someone to make content like this for me when I was younger. And I felt like if I found someone like me to talk about tech and the things that were in the back of my mind openly and, so readily, maybe I would have found my passion sooner. Maybe I would have found my people sooner. So like, I never want to make someone feel like they have to pay to be amongst strangers. It's nothing personal. People come, people go. But I'm more interested in the strangers than I am anything. Yeah. Support it. Support is free over here. But everything else is appreciated. But I'm going to chill. I'm going to tell y'all to buy some merch. I'm going to tell you to buy some zest. Yeah, we'll play it by ear. I got all weekend. But I mean, I'm pretty sure because I have the installation now for JavaScript too, so we can use whatever we want. Are you on Discord? I absolutely am. Check the description of this video, or can someone hit !Discord? I don't know where my Discord button is. Hold on. Do I have it? I do. Speaking of sleep, my friend. Nah, get some rest. We're going to be daytime streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's my first Friday, so I am about to call it quits too with y'all. Let's all collectively go to the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Y'all think TikTok going to get banned? Because I'm still streaming on TikTok, but that's going to be less data I have to transfer if they get banned out. I will ask you guys to share this Share it with your friends. You guys got like-minded friends. Everyone in here has at least one friend. You guys got like-minded friends. You guys got like. Share it with somebody. We're trying to reach partner. So we need like 70 people in here every night. More like 100. But then also it's like, motherfuckers gotta work. So I can't really, if I'm leaving, how can I expect y'all to stay? But if you guys are working tomorrow, leave a tab open. Leave a tab open for your boy. Or you can come work with me tomorrow. I don't really do much talking because I'm like actually talking to the programmers and they be beating my ass. I be trying to keep up and I be like, wait, but I have a question. It's intense. Yeah, co-working stream. And you know I'm a founder of the co-working stream space. So this is the job came at the perfect time. I get to really expand. It's just I don't want to take this nighttime stream away, even if it's just for an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. If that's all we can manage, if you guys find that to be useful, then I'll do it. But I really just use it because I know I'm going to have to make a video for tomorrow. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it. But like, you know, I also don't want a situation where like, you know, we might only be able to come here and code for like an hour. It might speak to how much more efficient we have to be, because this year we said we wanted to do 50 projects. 50 projects in one game. So like we got our work cut out for us, but it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy by no stretch of the imagination. It looks like he's telling me to put his dukes up. Put your dukes up, bro. Put your dukes up, brother. Nah, he look like he trying to show me them hands, brother. Show me them hands. He looked like he had an idle animation for Street Fighters. Boom, boom, boom. I keep thinking about doing some streaming myself, but I'm really better when I have a podcast style environment with another person or two to riff off of. Like, do you want to do like coding type shit, or are you just trying to do like a podcast? Because I can give you a contact. Like, this person is constantly reaching out to me to help like put me in contact with other podcasters or other like people to invite as guests on my stream. It's really just a question of like, you know, what you're trying to get into. But I also feel like, you know, if you're having trouble riffing on your own, it's just a sign that you probably need more of a structure, more of a written down structure. I do a show by myself, and I think a lot of it is learning how to lean on your own. Like, I use my soundboard heavily. But I find it hard to if we can talk this weekend, or tomorrow, just depends on what you're doing with the wife. I might be able to give you some input on that because there's a bunch of people, bunch of people in that space already. I've done a few interviews with people. I wouldn't mind helping, being like your first guest or whatever. But I've done like 4 for people, like as their first, and sort of as a way of kind of helping bridge that gap on how to be a good host, how to be a engaging host. But I'll leave that to your discretion because I'm gonna need your help first, and I'm gonna be damn skippy. We're gonna do the coding first, podcast later. You hear me? Bet. All right, cool. All right, we'll be back tomorrow morning. I haven't been sleeping well at all the last few nights. I think it's because I'm very eager. Starting a new job always creates a sense of like anxiety for me. New things always make me wonder. There's a lot of variables, you know. But concluding the first week, I will say this: it's one of the bigger challenges of learning to work with people is when those people's weaknesses is communication, and your goal is to try and get them to tell you as much as possible. But I'm very much saying that my time on stream has very much prepared me for those internal conversations with the people I'm talking to at work. Telling someone, I don't understand what you just said to me. Can you repeat that in a more approachable sense? Really makes people think about how they talk to each other. Does my job have me do phone calls? Phone calls? What do you mean like phone calls? Like I'm in meetings with people if in the sense of like we'll have like the code base or the functionality of the code and the expectation, and then the code isn't working as anticipated, so we go back to the functionality, the design document, and see where in the usually if the code is being executed as the design document, so it needs to be a question of was it designed incorrectly or is the design document not correct. So very much so, one of my strengths, you guys know I'm quick to pull out the MS Paint and make things, but they got this Figma thing that is pretty, it's like it's the real thing. So you get to really like hone in on where the bug or the lack of compliancy is coming from. And from there, if it's a front end issue, cool, we can solve that. But if it's because of how it's being gathered, so that leads down a pipeline of conversations with people who I'm not readily engaged with just yet. We have a huge data inventory and like data lake, that I have yet to really wrap my mind around and how information is pillaged from there. It is very much a SQL. I'm assuming there's some like REST API or something like that. So I'm interested to like engage in that. You know, we've made use of many APIs, but never on a server of this scale. And I don't necessarily feel like, you know, it's a bad thing, but I call it like data like overzealous, a passion. When you're talking about something you're passionate, you're gonna ramble. If you love it, you're gonna ramble. But I think like it's also on the person receiving the information to be able to raise their hand and say, "Quick, can we backtrack a little bit? I would like to take this in smaller bites." I don't let people ramble. The moment I feel my eyes start to glaze over, I just say, can we take this back a second? Because I know I'm not the only one that's eyes are glazing over. especially if I know there's a bunch of non-technical people in the room. Now, if the information being explained has been displayed and disseminated in a place already, I'm not going to make you repeat yourself. I can go read that. But that is in part why it's so hard for new people when they don't have good documentation. So I'm reading the documentation, onboarding, and meeting new people. That's a lot to juggle. You, as good as I am, it's still a drag, because you want to be engaged in the conversation, but you also are in meetings, and while I'm in meetings, I don't know what's going on. So then my mind says I might as well keep reading the documentation, right? I might as well keep onboarding, but that in there lies the thing that we're trying to, como se dice, to function, to work out. So it's a give and take, it's a push and pull, and you figure it out. You definitely figure it out. You guys did badger me at one point about Figma. You guys are never wrong. You guys are never wrong. I just don't like to admit when you guys are right. Did I commit to learning code outside? So I think very much so. It has to be at least 2 hours, at minimum 1 hour. But dare I say I would push that number to 2 hours, because I think the hours of 9 to 5 are some of the most atrocious working hours. But I went to the gym for an hour and 30 minutes, had dinner, showered, sat down, and started streaming. We've been on stream for 2 hours. I told a news story. We set up 2 different ways for us to implement the playwright. We watched a video about how it's implemented and how it's done in Python, the language we're most familiar with, and how we can do it without recording our screen and just using filler inputs. Today could have easily been the first. We made the folder. Today could have been the first day we wrote code on this. Very much so, learning programming, doing anything is all about your commitment to it and your ability to dedicate to it. Do you have the focus and drive to do it? 2 hours isn't a lot. If I didn't care about working out and I just had dinner and showered, maybe took a 20-minute nap, that would have been 4 hours I had to myself to code. Maybe with some zest, you could stay focused longer. Hey, I drink the stuff now, so I can vouch for it. Fammy, do you find that your co-working streams keep you motivated? I was thinking of doing it. Absolutely. Like a few people have hit me up and said, "Why are you streaming while you're at work?" And I was like, because reading 13 pages about kappas and proper procedures on how to install and remove bad code and how to make commented notes on coding is extremely boring. And I would almost guaranteed fall asleep if I was just in this room where I'm used to being able to be engaged, live, talking, animated, and you took all that away from me and told me I just had to sit here and read something. I would fall asleep. So it holds me accountable. It's good when people stop in. Every now and then somebody will come in and say, "Oh, this is a cool song," and I'll put it in the chat. I highly recommend it. But also, with that being said, I can't show anything on my screen. So I feel like it's sometimes cheating, y'all. If you really enjoy it, it doesn't matter. You gotta be committed, but remember to give yourself a break. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why, like, I think like I don't sugarcoat it for you guys. You guys see it all. You guys see me fuck up. You guys see me struggle. You guys see me like projects that I was like, oh, this is gonna be a weekend project. 6 months later, still not done. But like, it's a partnership. You guys expect me to be here to get that shit done. So I expect y'all to be here to help me get it done. It's a parasocial relationship both ways. Yeah, that's something new that I actually, what I started actually doing is I plugged my phone up to the bathroom a lot. Now that I don't have to worry about people calling me for surgery anymore, I've gone back to plugging my phone back in the bathroom. And when the alarm goes off in my bathroom, it's like a very youthful, like, I think the song is actually, it's in rotation, it's randomized, but one of the songs is What Are You Gonna Do When You're Not Saving the World, which is the Man of Steel theme song. And there's something about rising in the morning to that song, because it has a very slow build up and a triumphant ending. So and I think it's like 7 minutes long. So by the time that's done, that song is done, I'm now up. I'm like sitting at the edge of my bed. I'm stretching. I'm getting my mind ready. And by the time it's time to take off and get up, and I feel like every time I walk into the bathroom, I feel like a fucking boss. Just as it crescendos. And then I got these new diffusers that put like these scents in the room. It's great. Yeah, we're gonna join you. We all about to take a nap, all right? Let's do it. Let's go see what Ear's doing. All right, y'all, come on, clap it. We made it. We made it. Take your time.
Chop rice. There's no meat.
Chop rice. We did it, y'all. We got one more daytime stream tomorrow. We'll definitely be playing some Call of Duty. Saturday we'll do some projects. I have no dates this Saturday, so we can do some coding on Saturday. I was thinking about getting my nails done. Okay, you know what? I take that back. In the morning, we're all gonna go get our nails done. And I know we've all started our diet. I bought those donuts and I didn't eat one because I was like, I'm not breaking my thing. But Crumble has these cookies. I've been waiting for 6 months for them to show up, and they're here. I gotta do it. Thank you guys so much for all the support, all the likes, the shares, the subscribes. That's what really keeps the channel going. Algorithm hated that I was gone for 2 weeks, so thank you so much for making that video blow up, because I was really nervous. I put like 8 hours into making that video, and if it was a dud, I promise you I probably would have crashed out. But we'll come back tomorrow. I love your faces.